In this video, I'm gonna give you several perfect itineraries to do in Barcelona, whether it's a 1, 2, or even 6-day trip, making the most of all the main tourist attractions the city has to offer. There's a lot to see. Barcelona is one of the cities with the most interesting sights to see, but we've optimized everything in a really nice way, focused by region, so that you can make the most out of it, no matter how many days you stay there. So guys, don't forget to give the video a like, that's very important for us. That thumbs up, it's really good. Subscribe to the channel and buckle up. Hey guys, for those who don't know me, I'm Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the Grupo Dicas, the largest travel content network in the world, and today we're gonna talk about Barcelona, one of my favorite cities. Really, I don't mean all of them, but one of my favorites in Europe. It's a sensational city that has so much to visit, but you can optimize things. Things aren't so far apart. Barcelona is huge, but the tourist attractions are very well located, so you can see a lot no matter how many days you spend there. It's really an amazing place, guys. Gabriel, what's the ideal number of days to visit in Barcelona? That's a very difficult answer. It varies from person to person. In my opinion, the minimum would be 3 full days in Barcelona to try and see all the main sites. The first time we went, we spent 5 full days and it was great. We got to see practically all the main attractions and really enjoyed the city, so it doesn't matter how many days you're staying. Watch the video here, see the 6-day itinerary, and then choose which days are the best. Staying for 3 days, check out the 3 coolest days or try to optimize. Sometimes you can do things a little faster and try to do more tours in one day, but here I am trying to give you some clarity and help you organize yourselves your trip, guys. So in the end, you're going to decide. So the first day in Barcelona, my tip would be, because sometimes you don't arrive so early, it depends on the flight, to get to know the central parts, the heart of the city of Barcelona. It's practically Las Ramblas, or La Rambla, everyone calls it one way, but it's the main avenue and street in Barcelona, which cuts through a lot of the tourist attractions, and it's very nice there. You just start walking there, you're starting in Plaza Catalunya, which is very nice, super iconic. There are tourist attractions there for you to photograph, get to know, and there are lots of stores there, the biggest stores, so if you're interested in shopping, you can either go back another day or take the opportunity to have a look around. There is El Corte Inglés, which is gigantic. It's a department store with several floors. It's absurd. And if you want cheap clothes, there is Primark. Primark is really cheap there. I bought an knitwear for 10 euros, a t-shirt for 3 or 4 euros. There's Disney stuff, a partnership that Disney has with Primark, so it's a nice place with lots of stores. If you want to go shopping in Barcelona, this is perhaps the place I liked the most and the one I enjoyed the most. As you walk down Plaza de Catalunya, you come to La Rambla, where you see the feel of Barcelona. It's a very busy avenue with lots of nice restaurants, so take the opportunity to have a drink, a beer, a coffee, or whatever, and take the opportunity to stop at the market. It's called La Boquería. It's the Barcelona's main market. It's very nice. You can either have lunch there, there are lots of restaurants, it's really nice, or just go in, buy something, some fruit, some different spice if you want to take it back as a souvenir of Barcelona. And there are the natural juices. You see in the fact there are thousands of natural juices. Every single stall in the market has them. You see a gigantic wall, all colors there. There are all kinds of flavors. It's very tasty. There are some that are 2 or 3 euros. It's super cheap, so give it a try. Walk around. It's a really nice area. And then near the market, near this area of La Rambla, you can see it on the map, there's the Gothic Quarter, which is a separate tourist attraction. It's very cool. It reminded me a lot of medieval times. The streets are very narrow, and there are people who live there. There are several hotels that are actually there. It's a very nice place to stay. It's a place that's worth walking around. There are restaurants that are a bit cheaper, hidden away, more local restaurants. It's a really nice place. You can see the main streets on the map, but you're close to the center. You can do it all in the same day, and taking advantage of the location I mentioned. It's staying well in Barcelona Barcelona is very important. Sometimes people want to save money and look at the map and say, oh, this hotel is so cheap, but it's very far from the attractions, so try to stay in a good location, which will save you a lot of time and even money in terms of travel, Uber, metro, whatever. So try to find hotels close to this area, and to make life easier for everyone, we've created a personalized map with the best locations. We've customized the whole map to only show well-reviewed, cool, well-located hotels. So take a look. We left it here in the description of the video. Under the video there's a link, there's a page with all the links we used to put together all of our trips. Each one is from the cheapest place possible. There's the link to the personalized map, the hotel we stayed in, which was very good, very cheap, right next to the subway. Take a look, it's here in this link. I'll also give you the travel SIM card we use, the travel insurance that's mandatory for Europe. It's a comparator that compares the prices of all the insurance companies and finds half the price. The website for buying train tickets, which works very well in Europe, is the website with the cheapest tickets, tours and excursion. It's a guide for you to plan and organize, and within the links there are automatic discounts. So save the page, then sit down calmly at your computer, search and compare, and you will see that the prices are really very good. We only use them. It's the place that we use for all of our trips. Everything's there in the description of the video. You can compare and search and see which option is best for you to travel calmly. There's also a museum in the area that you should visit, the Picasso Museum, which I think it's really cool. It has several of his works, it tells you a bit about it, and you understand more or less what Picasso is like. I think it's really a nice museum. It doesn't take too much of a time, it's not huge, but I think it's a nice place for you to visit, guys. It's amazing. If you have more days, I think that's enough for the first day, but if you're only staying 1, 2 or 3 days and want to optimize everything, you can still walk to Barceloneta, which is Barcelona's main beach. La Rambla street practically ends there, so you can enjoy it, or also the Citadela Park, which is a beautiful park that is also more or less in the area. I think it might be a bit much, but if you want to optimize and do everything quickly, I think you can also do it on the first day and see everything together in a big travel package. In our second day in Barcelona, we're going to start our tour in Gaudi, where Gaudi was one of the most admired architects in the history of Spain. He left a wealth of culture to the city that you have no idea about, so let's go. The main tourist attraction of all, which is where I recommend you start your second day, is the Sagrada Familia, which was built by Gaudi. Gaudi passed away, other people took over the project, and to this day it isn't finished. It's taking years and years, decades to build the church because it has so much detail. It's sensational. Spend 3 or 4 hours getting to know it because it's incredible. In front of it, I'll give you a tip for taking pictures. In front of it, there's a park which doesn't have much for you to do, but the photos from there are nice because you can fit in right behind, and inside it, the stained glass window, the sunlight enters according to the color of the windows. Everything's colorful. It's a spectacle. If you want to go up the towers, you have to pay a separate fee. You have to buy a ticket to get in, and if you want to go up the towers, the ticket is separate. I think it's nice to go up. We went up and we liked it because you can see a very beautiful view of Barcelona. You can see some very nice details because you can see that the church was built to be a Bible so that everyone could see it. So every piece, every wall, every pillar has a story, has details, so it's a really nice tour. On the website I mentioned below, they sell all the tickets, excursions, everything cheaper, so take a look there, but you have to buy the tickets. All the Gaudi attractions, you're going to need a ticket. From the Sagrada Familia, you can take the metro. It's very easy. There are stations there. And then to the next tourist attraction, which is Park Güell. Park Güell is a park also designed by Gaudi. It was supposed to be a luxury condominium, but it didn't work out, so they turned into a public monument for everyone to see. You have to buy a ticket, and it's really nice, but it's a bit bigger, so you get a bit more tired. So go prepared, have lunch after the Sagrada Familia, take some rest, and then head to Park Güell. But it's a very beautiful. Don't miss the giant colorful salamander in front, which is one of Gaudi's main works of art. But you see that everything is a separate attraction. He liked to reflect nature. Nothing's too straight, everything's curved because for him, and the truth is, if you think about it, there really isn't anything very straight in nature. Nature is all curved. He followed this line a bit, so there are some really nice works that don't have much of a pattern. Every brick, every pillar, you look at it and it has a different shape, so it's really beautiful. And then in the evening you can plan a restaurant. Don't leave too much on the itinerary either because it gets tiring. You'll be walking a lot on these tours, but grab a restaurant, find somewhere to eat nearby, either near your hotel or in the hotel itself, and prepare for the next day. And on the third day, we'll finish the Gothic itinerary by going to two very cool buildings, Casa Batlló, a very beautiful house that he also built with a very artistic touch. You can visit it with an audio guide in several languages, so you can listen to it in the language you want. You also need a ticket. Casa Batlló and La Pedrera, which is the other one I'm going to talk about now, costs around 35 euros per person. It's not cheap, so I'll make a suggestion. If you can afford it, it's worth visiting both because they're on the same road, on the same avenue as the free walk, which is very nice, one of the main avenues in Barcelona, which is very pleasant to walk along. There are stores, restaurants, some great attractions, but if you're on a tight budget, choose one of the two. I liked Casa Batlló better. Some people like La Pedrera, but I thought it was more colorful, livelier, and the experience was really nice. So decide how many you're going to see, one or both, but they are very beautiful. La Pedrera has a very nice part at the top, which is like a rooftop, you know, the top of the building with a very nice view of the city. So does the Bat House, but I think that in terms of views, the Pedrera wins a little. But in terms of interior experience, you know, I really liked Casa Batlló better. I think it's more colorful, more vibrant, and it's way better. And then on this third day, if you need to buy something, go to a store, one of those big shops that are already nearby. This avenue is very famous, so everything you're looking for will be there. Or if you have a bit of a time, I recommend you go to Citadela Park there, which is very beautiful. It's a lovely big park. It has lots of attractions, just sits there. You see that the locals sit there and picnic, play sports, run around. There are lots of children. It's a really nice place. I think it's worth taking a few hours to explore it. On the fourth day in Barcelona, my tip would be to go to La Barceloneta Beach. The further you go to the left, the more beaches you'll find with fewer people. Barceloneta is really the busiest because it's right in the heart of Barcelona. Take a break, go to a restaurant with a view of the beach. It's a beautiful area to visit. Then you can take the cable car, which has a very nice cable car that will take you to Montjuic, which is a very beautiful area with the Montjuic Hill, the museum up there, the castle, the fountains that are a spectacle in themselves. It's a very nice area to visit, but it's very high up. If you take the cable car, which lives practically at the bottom of Barceloneta, you can get there easily by car. It takes a while. We took an Uber once. It dropped us off at one point and we still had to walk a long way up. So I think the cable car is great. You can see the view of the beach, the coastline, the whole city. It's a really nice extra tip, and it drops you off at the top. And up there is the museum that you can see. There's a staircase with a beautiful view down there, and underneath this staircase, this beautiful building, there are the fountains, and at night there are several illuminated shows of the magical fountains of Montjuic. But one important piece of information, not every day of the week. Then go to their website. If you Google it, Magic Fountain Show, I'm going to put the name right up here for you. You see their website, and there's Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday from such and such a time, because it's a very nice show, well worth seeing. And there's also a nice museum nearby for those who want to see another artist from Barcelona's history, the Juan Miró Foundation Museum, which was another very famous artist. If you want to see it, it's nearby. And another cool option, it's a very nice shopping center. I'll give you the name here so you don't get it wrong. It's opposite Montjuic. It's a short walk, so you can stop for dinner there, see some stores. It's a very nice shopping center that used to be a bullfighting arena, which was a very strong tradition in Spain, which it still is to some extent. They deactivated it and ended up building a shopping mall inside. So it has this very circular shape, but I really liked it. I thought it had a lot of nice stores and restaurants. We ate there, and upstairs there is a floor that's like some kind of a rooftop. You can see the whole area, guys. It's really cool. It's a really nice walk to combine. And at night, if you want to go clubbing, if you like something more lively, there's plenty. Barcelona is a very lively city. That area of La Rambla, you know, down there, there's plenty of choice. If you go out at night, a bit tidy, you see that people are already giving you cars. The promoters earn money trying to get people, tourists, to go clubbing. Have a look around. There are some nice ones. See what your style is, see what suits you. But Barcelona has a lot of choice. One of the ones I liked the most was Opium. It was one of the clubs we had the most fun in, but the prices of the drinks are steep. But I thought it was a really nice club. It has the beach behind it. It was one of the ones I liked the most, but there are plenty. Do some research and there's a lot of cool stuff there. On the 5th day, a tour that I think is really cool for both who those like soccer and those who don't, it's the guided tour of the Camp Nou, which is Barcelona stadium. It's a really cool museum that has all the trophies, the history, the players, as well as seeing the museum. You take a guided tour inside the stadium. It's beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful stadiums in the world, and I think it's a really nice tour. A tip, if you're there, do some research. You can watch a game. We saw it and it was a really nice one. We got to see it. It was when Neymar was there. There was Neymar, Messi, and Sanchez, so it was really cool. And it's not that difficult. It's not that expensive. If you see on the schedule that there's going to be a match, you try to buy it. And if you want to see, the link below will take you to the website where we bought the tickets, and you can buy the tickets for sports, European soccer. We always buy them there. Then I'd go to La Rambla to wander around again, try to find a nice little restaurant. It's the famous tapas. Las tapas is a food they make between lunch and dinner. It's a little steak that comes with various foods. You pick it up. There are various tortillas, various things, spices from Spain itself. You see it says tapas 30 euros. That means you pay 30 euros and you can have whatever you want. You can eat as much as you want. It's very nice, very tasty. Take a walk around, finish getting to know the area of Barcelona. You see that the more you walk around, the more things you're going to see there. I'd leave the 6th day free if you want to do something or get to know a slightly more historic area of Barcelona, which is the neighborhood, the region of Poble Espanyol. It's a very nice area that's close to the Montjuic area. It has a slightly different architecture, a very old architecture, very reminiscent of Spanish residential villas. There are some very good local restaurants to eat in, and there's a very nice museum there, the National Art Museum of Catalunya. It's a museum where you can understand and get to know Catalan culture, because Barcelona is a Catalan city. It's the region of Catalonia, which is a little different. It's inside Spain, but it's a different region. You'll find that the language there is even different from Madrid, from other places in Spain, which is Catalan. It's a mixture of Spanish and French, so it's a different region with a different culture. I think it's worth it. And speaking of Madrid, the next video looks at the itinerary for Madrid, the 2 main cities in Spain. Take a look, it's really cool. And before that was the perfect itinerary through Spain, where I showed you which cities to visit. There's an itinerary, guys, where you get to know the whole of Andalusia, which is very beautiful. Seville, Valencia, Malaga, Granada, all the cities. It's really cool, guys. It's really amazing. You can see, I think it's the most difficult to put together and see everything there. But in this video, we're gonna have all the tips. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel, because that really helps us a lot. And don't forget to check out the other videos, which are very good. I'll leave them here so you can keep planning your vacation to the max, guys. So thank you very much and have nice trips.